Andy Scott, over the first three games, it looks to me like progress is visible. The team are looking stronger than last season.
But it's still early days. We started off pretty well last year, but then had a blip. So we're not getting carried away at the moment. Obviously, we're pleased with the performances we've had so far and 2 good wins. But we're also wary that this is a tough league and some tough teams, and each team educates itself very quickly, and there's some very tough tests. So we're not getting carried away. We just keep ploughing on and keep trying to improve. We have got some very good players, and I think that we have complemented the group that we had from last year with the new signings that we've made. But it's about making sure that we keep moving forwards, because if you stand still in this league, you're going to be in trouble.
But only 2 goals conceded so far, and at least one of those avoidable. That's a very solid platform.
Yeah, that's right. Wherever you are, you've got this clean sheets are key. Because with the attacking players that we've got, we always feel that we can score goals. So it's important that we do maintain our defensive shape and as a team defend from the front. But the work ethic there and the desire to do that is there from everybody. And the longer they play together and we can keep a consistent side, then the better we're going to become.
And that challenging start to the season continues with Forest Green on Friday, but as you said on Sunday, nothing to fear, and they'll be expecting their toughest game of the season so far in travelling here.
Yeah, I mean they're up there. They've won their games, and they're pre-season favourites to go up. Rightly so. They've got a very strong squad, a very big squad as well. So it'll be a good test for us. Obviously playing 3 promoted sides, proved different tests for us, and we're pleased with our performances. But certainly the next 3 games will probably show us exactly where we are in terms of sides that have proven this level and come around from the level above. So we've always said that probably after the first 6-8 games we'll know where we are, because we've got Halifax coming up as well. So it doesn't get any easier, but it's exciting times. We believe in ourselves, we believe in what we're doing, and we know that we can improve on what we've done so far. And we've been playing pretty well, and there's some impressive passages of play, and we look threatening going forward. If we can keep those clean sheets, and we're going to have an interesting season where we can challenge any side on any given day. And
that's the other thing that you said on Sunday, that it's been a strong start to the season, but the promise is there, and perhaps that's the most exciting thing.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's going to take time. It takes time for everyone to sort of get used to it. You are going into the unknown against sides that you've played, but also with the side that you've got, there's different changes and different combinations that work and don't work, and against different sides, and the way they play might change. So we're always looking at how we can improve and how we can improve the players individually on the training ground to take it on into games. But the attitude in training has been excellent, and they're learning from what we want to do, and we want to move the ball better and have more possession, but still create as many chances as we did last year, and we want to score more goals than last year and concede less. That's natural that's going to be the case, but we feel that we've got the personnel to do that. And we've got to maintain our standards, not just during the games, but in training as well. It's important that we do that, and that you can take that straight into matches and know that you're going to perform at a good level.
And Kieran Forbes can't play against his parent club on Friday, but I'm sure there's plenty of others, Sam Hatton, Naby Diallo, who are knocking on your door looking to take his place.
Yeah, we had Sam, we had Naby, we had Mark Molesey, and some good players that didn't play. Dan Fitchett and Tonks were on the bench, Tom Derry. So Tristan's come back from injury, so we've got some good options, and that's one thing that probably we didn't have last year. Every one of our players is capable of playing in our first team at the moment, and and they're pushing for that. And it's up to the lads in the starting 11 to keep their place. But losing Forbes is a bit of a blow, because I think he's been outstanding for us. He's a real talisman for us, and gets a look about his business very, very quietly but comfortably, and gets us ticking, and he's settled in really, really well. So delighted. But Sam's been unfortunate with his suspension, that he hasn't played, so he may see that as an opportunity. Mark Molesey obviously was left out the other day with tendinitis, so he's itching to come back, and the ones on the bench are itching to play and show what they can do and get in the side as well. So we're pleased with that.
reality of football. And Forest Green are much changed after last season, but as you said, they'll fancy themselves to maybe achieve what something closer to their ambitions this season after maybe underachieving last year.
Yeah, I think when AD came into the club, he had to move some players on and personnel that didn't really suit how he wanted to play. But I think when we saw them down here, it gave an indication of how he was going to play. They pressed, they worked very hard, they get the ball into their front players, and he's made some good acquisitions in the summer. Bought some strong players who understand the league and the league above, and have got a lot of experience. And they're a powerful, strong outfit. Big, tall, strong. They got plenty of energy in midfield, and they make life very difficult for you. And they're capable of scoring goals all over the park. So it's going to be a tough game. We know that. But it's been interesting to see how we fare against the side that you'd like to think probably will be in the top 2 and 3 at least in this league.
And then Torquay and Grimsby after that, two teams who've made maybe not the start that they expected, proving what a tough division this is, but it completes an interesting first 6 matches with the 3 promoted teams and then 3 teams who expect to be challenging for the playoffs.
Yeah, particularly with Grimsby, I think they're finding it what we found, and a lot of teams find at this level, if you've got a lot of injuries you struggle, and they're suffering from that at the moment. Whereas Torquay are sort of adjusting to life in the conference, and we know how difficult that is for players that aren't used to playing it. So is it a good time to play them? You don't know. Only know that at the end of the season and after the results. But I think that being a year more experienced at this level, not just for staff-wise but players as well, we understand what the league's about, and we're a lot more composed about how we can play and what we need to do. And we're looking forward to those games. They'll be a good test for us, but we're not frightened of the challenge at all, and we think that we can affect them. The last week, obviously, with the games being on different days, has been interesting. Not only the fact that we've been playing Thursday, Sunday, but also that we could go and watch games on Tuesday and Saturday and see a lot more sides. All the staff have been out watching games, and we don't really fear anyone. We don't see anyone being a runaway success like Luton. I think it's a very tight league this year, and consistent in performances and sides is going to be key. And there's going to be a lot of sides in the mix, and that's where we see at the moment. I think that a lot of people who have assessed the league see that as well. And speaking to other managers, I think it's going to be pretty much that all the way through the league. So this is certainly a league that everyone tries to win games, and 3 points are vital. Rather than getting a couple of draws, you'd rather go for the wins, and that's the way that it's gone, and that's what we want to try and do.